Okay, so Indy, guess what? Trump is Hitler. Trump is Hitler. Did you know that?
Every day.
Yeah, every day, all the time. Now, look, I'm going to make it clear. I am not a fan of the two-party system. I am not a fan of Kamala Harris, and I'm not a fan of Donald Trump. I'm not a fan of the Republican Party or Democratic Party. I am anti two-party. I'm post-duopoly, all right? I want to move on past the two-party system. But let's be clear here. Donald Trump and Adolf Hitler, two separate individuals at two separate points in time, different political environments, different countries. These two men have nothing in common. Now, I know there's a lot of triggered liberals out there and people in corporate media that keep on promoting that somehow Trump is Hitler, Trump is this, Trump is that. But yet, he's going to be hosting an event in Madison Square Garden. And
yes. Oh, and the liberals are losing their minds. Yes, they certainly are.
And Hill Dog and the Democrats are projecting it as a way of Trump knowing what happened in the early 1930s when there was an organization called the American Bund. All right. Now, if you don't know who they were a pro-Third Reich political group in the United States. They were, and I know Do Dissidents did a fantastic breakdown about that American pro-Nazi group before World War II broke out. And they broke it down. And it was, and listen, I've been seeing a couple of Trump rallies, and there's one thing that's very different between what we saw in the 1930s and what we're seeing now is that, there's a lot of different people of different colors, of different backgrounds that are going to Trump rallies, okay? Now, again, that's their own decision and who they want to vote for. But that event that took place in the 1930s and what Trump is going to be holding in New York City in Madison Square Garden, two different things altogether. And Madison Square Garden, listen, that's a big place with a lot of people showing up. Instead of comparing Trump to being Hitler, maybe liberals and Democrats, you should be more concerned about how many people are going to show up to Madison Square Garden and how packed it's going to be, Democrats, because I've been checking the polling data. Things are still neck and neck, and in some certain key battleground swing states, it's not looking good for you. But hey, don't forget, Indy, that Hill Dog is actually advising Kamala Harris. So before we pull up this video here, and I apologize because all of you are going to see Hillary Clinton speaking to Caitlin Collins of CNN. I want to get your 2 cents on this because I think we've heard this since 2016. Trump is Hitler. Trump is Hitler. Take the floor real quick, Indy.
Well, first of all, none of the above.
Right.
They're all garbage. I'm post-electoralism. You are post-duopoly. I am post-electoralism. Because all this shit is kind of silly at this point. The Princeton study of 2012, we talked about this before, shows that our vote has zero impact federally, that it basically boils down to 7 swing states. The other 43 states are effectively irrelevant at the federal level as far as the individual vote on they can vote for Congress, and Congress is basically 90%. Whoever gets the most funding wins. And right now, AIPAC is funding everyone and controlling a lot of that narrative. They've already won 2024. So I see this as continuation of genocide. But is Trump any different than Hillary Clinton? No. Is Trump any different than Kamala Harris? No. Is Trump any different than Joe Biden? No. Biden is blue Trump, and Trump is red Biden. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. So but the thing is, though, what angers me is that there are, and I want to be clear here. I have, in my time doing this, I've seen a lot of intelligent people, those that have more academic achievements than I do, seriously suffer under Trump derangement syndrome. And videos like this, I know, everybody, it's Hillary Clinton. Everyone, please don't panic.
It's your Bo Peep. Your original Bo Peep.
No, not Caitlin Collins. No, we're done. I don't want to ever see her again. But this interview about, do you agree that Trump is Hitler? No, these two have nothing in common. Trump and Hitler, two different things altogether, but yet Hillary Clinton is happy to deliver more toxicity. And yet Obama wonders, why is there so much toxicity?
You're referencing what General John Kelly has said, that his former boss meets the definition of a fascist. And I know you've said before that recently you said that Trump uses blatantly fascist rhetoric. Do you agree with John Kelly, with Vice President Harris, that Donald Trump does meet the definition of a fascist?
Caitlin, I do. And it's not only people like former Chief of Staff, Marine General John Kelly, who is telling us that.
Lady Alex, that's funny. Hillary has not had an orgasm since 1972. It's funny, but now get up and go see the White House counselor right now.
This and warning us. It's people who have really studied what fascism is and what fascist leadership looks like. People like Professor Timothy Snyder, people like former Professor Paxton, who just recently came out and said that he had studied fascism during the war, particularly the Nazis, Vichy France, and he'd been reluctant to use the term. But he had concluded, as so many people now are, that sadly, here in America, the term fits. And, one other thing that you'll see next week, Caitlin, is Trump actually reenacting the Madison Square Garden rally in 1939. I write about this in my book. President Franklin Roosevelt was
Wait, pause.
That
her book, What Happened? Okay.
What happened? You lost. You sucked, Hillary.
What happened? Which we're about to get. What happened? V2. That's about to be like in about 2 weeks. We're going to start to get What Happened version 2.0 because she has been masterminding, quote unquote, the hide them in the basement strategy. But in Kamala's case, you know what? I think that actually might have been the smarter move because every time that woman opens her mouth, she loses votes. So
well, yeah, exactly. And what I find even fascinating too is that, okay, show me the proof that Trump woke up one morning and was like, you know what I'm going to do, guys? I'm going to have an event in Madison Square Garden. I'm going to recreate what happened in the 1930s. Like, show me the proof that Trump said that, okay? Like, there's a lot of things to be critical about Trump about, especially with what he did to Julian Assange and how he helped contribute, okay? That is a serious issue that I have with Trump, okay? And the thing is, if you're going to be critical of him, do it in a smart way. Don't just say, oh, Trump said something mean and it hurt my feelings. You have Democratic politicians telling their constituents to F off. Or either that, you have liberals who boo and dismiss, anti-war activists. So I don't want to hear this stuff of, oh, Trump said this and Trump is doing this. Show me the proof that Trump is a bad guy, okay? Show me the proof that Trump said this. Otherwise, you're talking out of your ass. And what General John Kelly said, oh, well, Trump said he needed generals like Hitler. Okay. Why'd you wait on this for 4 years? Why did you keep this quiet?
Neo-Nazis, fascists in America were lining up to essentially pledge their support for the kind of government that they were seeing in Germany. So
neocons.
I don't think we can ignore it. Now, it may be a leap for some people, and a lot of others may think, I don't want to go there. I don't want to say that. But please open your eyes to the danger that this man poses to our country, because I think it is clear and present for anybody paying attention.
Yeah, you write in your book about.
Okay, yeah. And look, listen.
But wait. Blue fascism or red fascism, okay? Because if she's turning around and calling Trump fascist, she must be calling herself and her own party fascist as well. Because they agree on 90% of the policy.
I find it stupid in with the liberal establishment in how they are trying to project this and how they're trying to trick people into hating their neighbors and hating their coworkers. And there are stories online that I've read in many different forums about how families have broke apart because of how they freaking voted. Don't let the political system divide your families and destroy each other. It is insane. Now, thankfully, that hasn't happened in my family, but I've seen it happen to other people, and I've read about it online, and it's depressing because you have our institutions, our media, and our politicians contributing to this ongoing divide. I don't care what happens on election night, and I don't care who sits on the throne, because no matter who wins, we lose. But Indy, people talk about Trump being this and Trump being bad and Trump being first name Adolf, last name Hitler reborn. But let's go. Here's the thing. I found this Twitter thread, and I think it's funny. So everyone, look, I could sit here all day and tell you why, the media is lying to you and why the media is causing these divides. And there are real legit reasons to be critical of Donald Trump, and not because of his words, but because of policy. But the thing is, this administration has lifted up Olympus just to kick him off the ballot and put him behind bars. They've been doing that to third parties. So it's very fascist of this administration to be doing something of this nature to a political rival, which liberals have said that Trump would do. But here's the thing. All of the media, all of Hollywood knew who Donald Trump was, even long before the internet became the powerhouse that it is. They knew. So here's something to laugh at. Look, Donald Trump.
They took his money. They gave him awards. They made him a TV star.
Yep.
How many times did he declare bankruptcy? 6?
Here's Donald Trump, aka Hitler Reborn, signing a peace treaty with the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Here's Donald Trump making a phone call to deport the nanny. Here's Donald Trump taking all the farmland.
Nice.
Oh, look at that. Hey, who's that? Michael Moore. What? Sitting next to Trump in 1997? Say it ain't so.
That was after Bowling for Columbine.
Look. It's Trump with Bush Sr. Look at this. He's wearing a polka dot tie. Hey, listen, Trumpers, I'm going to tell you something. Wearing a polka dot tie, that's fascism.
It's bad.
That's bad. Oh, it's real bad. Look, here's Trump attending a secret society of brutal warriors, the WWE or WWF. What is he doing?
He's in the Hall of Fame. He's literally in their Hall of Fame.
Jimmy Fallon. Here's Trump telling Fallon,
platforming fascists. Oh my God!
Follow orders.
Corporate media platforms of fascists.
Whoa, wait! What's going on here? Trump was the Clintons in 2005.
Ooh, this is inconvenient.
But they all knew each other. They were friends. They're friends. Never showed us as someone who is really indoctrinated into being a two-party system believer, like believing in Democrat or Republican. Because here's the thing: if Trump was so bad, why are the Clintons hanging out with him? It's because
I think that was Chelsea's wedding.
No.
Because Ivanka.
No. This was Trump's wedding. They attended his wedding.
Oh, Ivanka and Chelsea are friends also. The kids are friends.
I like this right here. Okay. Meeting with notorious assassin with ties to Russia and her husband. Look, they even cloned him on Saturday Night Live. And look, here he is. Where he's firing people.
Live firing squads. You're fired. Oh my God, that's great.
This is crazy. Conspires with mob hitman and Sarah Palin. So
isn't he photoshopped? He's got to be. Look at how angry Tina Fey looks that he's behind her. That looks photoshopped. I swear.
Hey, listen. Calling Alec Baldwin a mob hitman. That's not nice. That's not nice.
No. He's a movie set hitman.
Exactly, movie set hitman. Yeah, don't disrespect the mob hitman of antiquity. Come on, Alphonse Capone doesn't approve of that. And look, there's John Kerry right behind Trump. Look out, Trump.
Look out, Trump. That's great.
Oh, wait. Who is that?
Oh, no.
Who is that?
It keeps going. It just keeps going. Well, about 100 pounds ago. That's Reverend Al.
Wait.
Oh, that is inconvenient.
Wait. It gets
progressive liberal icon Jesse Jackson.
No.
And Don King was in that photo, by the way.
Is that the Oprah?
Oprah.
Is that the Oprah? It's the Oprah.
No.
Wait. Oof. Hold on.
Oh, it gets worse.
Yep. Trump on SNL selling chicken, Trump chicken. Because that's the best thing to do. Wait a minute. Hold on. Here's Trump holding the American flag. He's holding it hostage.
No, wait a minute. Stop. He wasn't holding the American flag. He was humping the American flag. Let's call that for what it is, okay?
Now wait. Look, here's Trump recruiting an impressionable Macaulay Culkin telling him to follow orders.
Actually, he was telling him to go the wrong way intentionally.
Thank you, Trump, for helping out in that movie.
You know, in Canada, they actually cut that scene out, and he sued like the CBC because they cut out his scene.
Wait, hold on. But look, there he is. He took over the McDonald's franchise.
But it wasn't even open, kid. It was a photo op. It was staged. While Kamala, everything she does is staged.
Oh man, it is just like that. When she missed out on that Al Smith dinner, she had that old SNL skit from 30 years, the superstar character show up, and that's like, again, that was stupid. But I do want to pull this article up here from RT just to trigger the libs. So Trump responds to Harris over Hitler comment. The increasingly over the top rhetoric of U.S. Vice President Kamala Harris proves she is losing and is unfit for the White House, Republican candidate Donald Trump has said. On Wednesday, Harris attacked Trump as a fascist would-be dictator and admirer of first name Adolf, last name Hitler. Follow orders, it's the bugs. Citing reports from the Democratic Party linked media based on claims by his former chief of staff, The Atlantic magazine, owned by Democrat mega donor, oh, that comes as no surprise, Lauren Powell Jobs, published a story by Jeffrey Goldberg, no relation to Goldberg or Gilbert, suggesting that Trump had expressed admiration for Hitler and his generals during his 2017-2021 term in the White House, which I have to say, I think that's BS, because Trump, his MO, how he operates is he likes winners. He doesn't like losers. Okay, so again, U.S. Marine General, okay, Marine John Kelly, if he said this, why'd you sit on this for 4 years? Why'd you sit on this for 4 years? I call BS. So here's Trump's response, which again, Trumpers, Kamala's not a communist. She's not a socialist. She's not a Marxist. She's not a Leninist. But here we go. Comrade Kamala Harris sees that she's losing and losing badly, especially after stealing the race from crooked Joe Biden. So now she's increasingly raising her rhetoric, going so far to call me Adolf Hitler and anything else that comes forward to her warped mind. She's a threat to democracy, not fit to the United States, and her polling indicates. Okay, so
this is WWE, man. This is all Vince McMahon bluster, pre-fight nonsense. Okay,
exactly.
We're the Friday before the fight right now. Okay, they're pulling out all the. Well, let me tell you something, Mean Gene. Okay, that's what that's genocide Joe Biden. He won't call him genocide Joe because he's going to be Zion Don. All right, because he's going to be genocide Donnie.
Look. Here's a couple of notes I want to put on here. Okay, look. First of all, that Twitter thread that I found, very hilarious. But Trump is not a fascist. Kamala's not a communist. They're both part of the same political system. But if you're going to be critical of a politician, hey, media, maybe we should, get rid of corporations controlling our media and instead actually having journalists do real background checks on these scumbag politicians. If I'm going to be critical of somebody, I'm not going to be name calling or bringing up somebody from antiquity. Okay. I mean, it's like comparing somebody who is now to a Roman emperor or one of the Khans or any kind of feudal warlord. Guess what? Those are different people. You could say, oh, well, they match this, they match that. How so? Now, if I was a liberal Democrat, if I was a strategist, I'd be more concerned about how packed Madison Square Garden can get, because I'm going to give the final word on this one. Madison Square Garden.
Oh no, he's going to sell it out. It's 16,000 or 16,000 plus.
Let's go
sell it out. He'll pack it.
No, capacity isn't 16,000. It is 19,500. And if it reaches that close number right now, I would be afraid if I was a Democrat, because that is a big venue. It's a historic venue. It's in New York City, a major metropolitan city in the United States. And more importantly, it's going to be viewed all over social media with millions of other people watching all over the country and all over the world. And if this is the best Democrats can do, name calling, Good luck. All right, Indy, I'm going to give you.
Well, and Beyonce, look, Beyonce in Houston, they've got to bring in major celebrities in order to get anybody to come out to listen to anything that Kamala has to say, of course, because nobody wants to listen to what she has to say. So, yeah, Trump is packing the house without any headline acts. And Democrat, look, the liberals just cannot deal with it. And it's going to be hilarious on November 6th.
Oh no, November 5th is election night. November 5th is election night.
Yeah, I know. I want to see it's going to be the next day when the meltdown happens. The real meltdown is going to be November. Look, we know what's happening November 5th. What's going to happen November 6th is what's going to be the entertaining part. The liberal meltdown on Twitter about how he stole it and how it was rigged. Drive down any street in America, folks. Count the Trump signs and count the Harris Wall signs. I mean, people just don't want to use their eyes and ears, and everybody wants to be in. This is the biggest feels and vibes election I've ever seen. There's no substance. They all agree on policy. Trump is saying, I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to get rid. Most of it he's not going to do. Harris is basically running on nothing will fundamentally change, and I'm very proud of genocide and Joe and this administration. We're going to keep that going. So people are either going to opt out, they're going to vote green, or they're going to go to their team sports and choose the team that they usually pick. Nobody is really, now there are also people that are so disaffected by what the other side did to them. Trump with Operation Warp Speed, and turning on and his Israel position. There's a lot of the Trumpers. There's a big war in Trump land. And then you've got the exodus from the Democratic Party over their tone deafness about genocide and the Palestinian people, number one, but also about the economy and the fact that they've ignored what happened in East Palestine. They ignored the explosion and the toxic fire that's happening in Conyers, Georgia. They have left the people in Western North Carolina and the victims of Hurricane Helene completely in the cold. We don't forget what they did to Maui. All right. People remember. Now, most people have the memory of flies because corporate media is constantly bombarding them with more news. But it kind of does sink in after a while. There's no relief coming from either side.
Exactly. I think that's a great note to end it on because, folks, after election night, we still got to fight.